We had the band Wallows here, and the star from 13 Reasons Why on Netflix is the lead singer of the band.
Dylan,
Dylan,
right?
yeah.
Minette?
Yep.
Yes, okay.
And so, I mean, that was the number one show on Netflix a couple years back.
He's in a few movies, too.
And now he's doing music. They were just on the Today Show, Jimmy Kimmel, and then they're here with us, and we get to intro them in an intimate courtyard performance with about 100 lucky listeners that won their way in. And we're getting all set up, and something embarrassing happened. I actually went to get my daughter Ava from school, or she's doing a play, and I asked permission, can she leave for like an hour and a half? Like, sure. And I got her, and I walked back in the station, and it stinks like crap everywhere.
Yes.
Was it the sewer again? You know how like the sewer backs up?
Well,
No?
because Matt had set up they call it a green room. And green room is, what they have, a rider, Matt?
Yeah, they had a writer with some requests of things they would like.
Yes.
Anything crazy on there?
No, coffee, tea, room temperature water, and snacks.
Boring.
Makes me like them more.
And
Should've-
very
should've said,
generic,
like,
like
red
just
M&Ms.
snacks.
Yeah, like Keurig. They wanted a Keurig, not just a coffee pot.
Well, no, they
Keurig.
didn't care about the Keurig, but they wanted coffee and tea, and so
Okay.
the only way we could make that would be with a Keurig, because we're not going to brew a whole pot of tea.
Yeah.
I think a lot of artists use tea for their voice.
Yeah.
Right. And so I walk in the station, and it's like, it stinks like crap in here. Then there's like frantic emails from Josie, like trying to figure out, like what's going on. Why does it stink so bad? And where it stinks is in the green room.
Yeah.
Like where we're
Yeah.
sending them. Like it's one, you could smell it outside. It was that bad.
My God.
Then you could definitely smell it in the building.
Yeah.
On this level. And this is downstairs, like in our basement. And I went down there I was getting a t-shirt for somebody. I went downstairs, and my daughter Ava came with me. As soon as we walked downstairs to the bottom step, we both started gagging.
Ew.
Yeah.
Boy.
Then I'm like, can we move this? I mean,
Sick.
I'm lazy, but
At
I'm
the
willing to even help
exact-
to move this.
Yeah.
Exact moment the band was coming.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's too late to move it. And so we're just like, we're going to send this up-and-coming band who's nice enough to come by and do this performance into this hellhole. It's like sending them into the bathroom after someone blew it up.
Okay, so
Yeah.
is it so
That was our assumption. I mean,
sewer.
you've seen the dudes that work in this building. We're like, somebody blew up the bathroom downstairs.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
trying to blame me, and I wasn't even here.
Yes.
Yeah, it smelled like that. They think it's something like some
Yeah, I was
old
like,
broccoli or something in the
Jared,
fridge.
really now? But it
And-
wasn't
And
him.
I'm getting like
wasn't.
texts. I'm like, I'm not even there. What are you talking about?
Well, the problem was
Yeah.
for like the snacks, BB Shea was going to go pick that up, but he had jury duty yesterday. It's like, perfect.
Yeah.
So he was like, what do I need to pick up? I was like, well, just pick up maybe some trail mix, some party mix, and then like a fruit and veggie tray. And so he got it on Friday and kept it in the fridge. Well, then when Josie pulled it out and I guess just opened the lids, just kind of walked off because it was there, I think that's what was causing the smell.
Oh.
Because
didn't
I
know
went
that
down
could
and
smell
lifted
that.
the lid
Yeah.
and it was rough.
Like the broccoli had turned
yeah.
or and
I
that's
didn't even know
sulfury.
vegetables would ever
Dang.
smell bad, though, like that.
Oh,
when they
yeah.
rot, it's
Yeah.
foul.
Really?
Like I was telling Jason yesterday, like a wilted salad, just lettuce. If you have an old
Yeah.
salad in your
Yep.
fridge,
Gross.
it's the worst smelling thing on earth.
Disgusting.
Really?
Yeah.
Lettuce?
Yes.
You've never left a vegetable too long in
I
your
thought-
fridge?
Yeah, I have. I just never had a very bad, unless I can't smell it for some reason, a bad smell
You
from
would smell it.
vegetables.
You would.
Yeah.
Could you smell it yesterday?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Well, maybe something's wrong with my scent.
Yeah, it must be because it was. People were outside. I mean, not
Yeah,
in
it
the
was
courtyard, but like in the back, like out. I mean, literally outside. Like it stinks out here from downstairs.
No,
Yeah.
everybody started complaining right away.
Yeah.
So the air in this building is just circular,
Yeah.
just gross,
Yeah.
just grossness all the
Dookie
time for
air.
everywhere.
Yeah.
I took a bottle of Febreze and literally just walked the hall.
Yeah,
Just constantly on, walking the hall.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then they had a fan going, but it's. We went down. Me and my daughter Ava went down, maybe 5 minutes before the band did, and it still stunk so bad.
Did
Yeah,
they make a mention
bad.
of it, the band?
I think we warned them, right?
I'm pretty sure we gave them a heads up, or at least the label a heads up that this was going to be happening. And they're like, oh, they're pretty chill. They won't care.
And they were coughing over the Febreze. There was so much of it.
Yeah.
And they've lost their voices. But no. And then so they went down there. I guess they had their snacks and came back
I
up.
hope nobody ate whatever was rotting.
I threw it away.
Oh, thank
I
God.
threw it
No, we
away.
left it out.
Okay.
We're not all animals, Katie. I took care of it.
Have this broccoli.
We already paid for it.
Just keep it in ranch.
If it was meat, Matt would have still ate it.
Yeah. Microwave it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I went down. As soon as I smelt the broccoli, it wasn't like, oh, I guess this is up for grabs. No, I took it and threw it in the trash.
Good for
Yeah.
In a different room, not in the same room.
you.
That way you can get the smell everywhere. No, but I mean, it was seriously, Katie. It would be no lie like you inviting some famous band
Oh, yeah.
into the bathroom after you did your worst number 2.
Yeah.
Basically.
Come on here and eat your food.
Yes.
We got you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
That
can
is so
Can
embarrassing.
we just like say the food didn't get here or just bring it
Yeah.
up to them? But it was just too late.
Well,
It
my
was too
initial
late.
email was that we were going to put them upstairs in the conference room, but Josie said they wanted to be down there because of the video game or something.
yeah.
So that's why they
That's a
moved
good-
them downstairs.
Oh, that's true.
It
Are
is a
you
good area.
saying our break room is so cool that Wallows wanted to hang out in there, even in the stench?
I'm
Yeah.
saying the only thing that makes it cool is a video game.
Well, we do have that video game that is probably a lot. I would rather be down there too if it wasn't for the smell than the conference.
Oh yeah, I'd rather be
Sick.
down there. Yeah, this is cool.
Because there's a TV,
Yeah.
there's a video game, there's
There's our,
snacks.
our pictures on the wall.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's pretty
That's a
fun too.
deterrent. I wouldn't.
But I will say Wallows, because we meet a lot of people, and some people are nice, some people are okay, some people are jerks. They couldn't be more chill.
Yeah.
And
they were-
actually
yeah.
complimentary and thanked us
Well,
a bunch
that's
of
nice.
times.
Mm-hmm.
And, they're up and coming. I mean, they're going to be, But anyway,
That's refreshing to
it
hear.
was, extraordinarily nice,
Mm-hmm.
where they stood out for being, like, to me, extremely nice. Did y'all feel the same?
Yeah. Very personal.
Very humble. And the fans, very passionate.
Yes.
Very passionate.
Gosh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've gotten a few. Well, but right before the show, got a lot of social media requests for. Can we get tickets? Can we have tickets? Can we get in? Can we have tickets to get in?
Well, like
Yeah.
right in front of the radio station at 8 o'clock in the morning, there were already fans out there for a noon performance.
They needed to be first.
And it was 90-some degrees, and it wasn't like, first come, first serve. They already had reserved. I mean, not general admission, basically.
Yeah.
But so they
They-
wanted to be in the front row.
Somebody brought a life-size cutout of Dylan Minnette and was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
and literally said, "I wonder if he'll notice." I'm
I
like,
thought we had set that up because
I said, "I don't think he'll see anything else."
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
sat in the front with your cardboard cutout.
yeah, I didn't know it was hers. And then after the thing, we're telling people, all right, now exit this way. She just picks up and I guess he signed it and she
Yeah.
just walked out. I'm like, oh, you brought that.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a strong move. I like that a lot.
Gonna put that in her bedroom right beside her bed so she
Yeah.
can kiss it goodnight.
So they'll always remember their courtyard performance here because it stunk really bad downstairs.
It's
But
never for the
yeah.
good things.
no, other than that, it was very smooth and went very well
Good. I'm
For the
glad
mo-
to hear it.
for
Yeah.
the most part. I think, yeah.
What?
What?
You?
Well,
Me?
Yes.
Well, no.
What did not?
I thought it was. Well, I think we need to use microphones at the end.
Microphones?
Yeah,
I
because
agree.
like it's
So-
hard to hear. I mean, when I first was up near the speakers, I was like, oh, it's pretty loud. Then I went to the back of the courtyard, but there was so many people, I think, that it was blocking a lot of the sound, and it was hard to hear. Like we had to turn up the volume of the speaker they were playing. So when we originally, like Jared comes out and he did an announcement to introduce the band, was cool. But then we had the meet and greet after.
I used the
And
microphone.
it's very difficult to hear with the speakers, and we didn't do that after.
At the end.
Mm.
Okay.
Who didn't do that?
Well, you didn't do it.
Yeah, I wasn't the one doing it.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're scared?
Someone took an executive
No, I'm not
decision.
scared.
Josie didn't do it.
Oh.
She's like, I don't need a microphone. I'm like, come on, please use the microphone.
usually she doesn't need
No,
a
she
microphone.
doesn't.
Yeah, usually. That's true. Her voice carries.
I will say this before I went out. I've done this a bunch of times. Kay, you've done it a bunch of times.
Yes, but
We've
I was
all-
not able to attend.
Yeah, you weren't there.
Yeah.
But so I mean, it's not like kind of know how it goes, but it's like, hey, don't say the Wallows. So right then I'm thinking that's what I'm going to say.
That's what I'm gonna say.
They're like, their album's called Model. I'm like, is it Model or the Model? I'm like, crap. No, it's the Model. The Wallows with the Model. No, Model.
No.
Yeah.
And they said, oh, they have a world tour kicking off soon, and one other thing. And I'm like, oh, don't mention 13 Reasons Why. I'm like, okay,
Oh, my
now I'm going to
gosh.
say all four of these things. so I kept it short and simple, and for once, I think I didn't mess up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
you did.
you know, bands
You
were
did.
like that too. It was like Bare Naked Ladies. Remember, you had to do
Yes.
that instead of the Bare Naked. Why?
I don't know.
Even Eagles, they don't like you to say the Eagles.
Because they're not. They're Eagles.
But it's hard to say it like in a sentence because you're missing the the.
Mm-hmm.
It's like yes, and Eagles coming.
It's like, yeah, I went to movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And how do you come up with it? Because I've wondered that for Eagles for a long time.
Yeah.
If you're sitting around in your meeting and you're like, let's come up with a band name, and you're just like, oh, I know. Well, we could just be the Eagle. You just
You
naturally
would say the
Eagles.
Eagles. We'll be the Eagles.
Eagles.
Right. If
Yeah.
you think about it, even like the football team, Philadelphia Eagles is the name.
You say,
It's Eagles, but we
Right.
say the Philadelphia Eagles.
uh-huh.
Or you say, oh, I went to the Eagles game last night.
Yeah.
You
Exactly.
don't say, I went to Eagles game. You sound like a stupid person.
Like, oh, I'm just listening to the Wallows.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
But anyway,
No.
other than that, it was smooth sailing.
Excellent. Minus the stank.
The stank, and then I think the Dylan at the end from 13 Reasons Why, the lead singer, he accidentally pushed the microphone, and it was on a stand, and it just fell over.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's kind of like a mic drop, but he didn't mean to do it, and it just laying there on the ground, and we were like, I guess, all right, what do we do now? He's like, sorry.
I think it was like an accidental guitar smash at the end of a show.
Yeah.
Where like a rock star will just bang the crap out of their guitar.
Yeah, it's like,
And the record label, this is the second time this has happened. The record label came, and on the way here, got in a car accident.
yes.
Because it's, how Greensboro has some one-way streets that can be confusing. She said she didn't see the one-way sign, got in a car accident.
Everybody okay? I'm
Yes,
assuming.
everything's okay. The last time this happened was Epic Records. This was years ago. I forgot who the artist was. It was a pretty significant artist. And she flipped her car over on 40.
Oh my
my
that's right.
Upside
That's right,
down.
yeah.
Upside down.
And
Dang.
still came here after?
And walked out of the car and waited on the side of the road. I think Josie went to go pick her up on I-40 while the car was
Great.
upside down.
That's a dedication to
Yeah.
your job.
Listen, I ain't got that.
Yeah.
If that had happened to me, and God forbid it ever does, the day's over.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
My day is over.
I need to go to the
And-
doctor.
One more thing about Josie.
Okay.
Okay, this is on you, just so you know.
I thought she
Yeah.
means so well, and she's busting
Absolutely.
her butt. That's. But I didn't know about the car accident, and I had a meeting before the
Before
Wallows.
Wallows.
Oh, God.
Yep, Wallows.
and I was in office, and then I'm talking to an associate of the label, and he's like, and not to stress you out, I know you have your courtyard thing, but the local I just heard got into a car wreck. I'm like, what? How did you hear? I talked to Josie earlier. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So I come out and she's already there. I'm like, you got in a car wreck? She's like, how did you know? I'm like, because this other guy just told me. Well, how did he know? And Josie's like, I told him. She's like, oh no, my boss is gonna find out.
Oh, dang.
But eventually, I'm sure he had to find out anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
The rental car and the insurance.
Mhm.
So anyway, Katie, you missed out on a good one.
I know. Okay, I'll be at the next one. Maybe.
We can't promise that.
We really
None of us
cannot.
No
But yeah,
guarantees.
we'd all like to be. at the next
Especially my son Henry. He's like, hey, you have something coming up? Ear infection.
one. Yeah.
No problem.
The 12th one this week.
Yes.
The poor guy.